Hey y'all, how you doing? Um, First of all, do you like my necklace? Look at this. You like that? I'm not gonna stand up because I'm wearing some short shorts. I don't want you to see my dick print. Um, a friend of mine um, sent me a package. I got it today with some gravel root in it and the flowers, and she put this in there along with it. Cause my birthday is coming up. You see those colors? I'm assuming this is for gay pride. I'm assuming that's what that's for. So I really like this. So Spooky, if you see this video, I'm gonna send you a message. But if you see this video, I just want to say thank you for this beautiful necklace. Thank you for the herbs you sent me, and I'm gonna actually wear this to work tomorrow and show it off. So um, thank you for actually following through with your offer, because I get a lot of offers from people wanting to send me things or whatever, and they don't always follow through. And it's really touching that someone thinks enough of me to actually um, um, give me a gift without really expecting anything in return. Now, with that said, y'all, I found out something a little sad today. And so, before I get directly into that, I want to go back in time a little bit and tell y'all a story. Um, so as I've said before, I'm gonna sort of go back in time and reiterate some things about my life before I get into what I want to tell you, because it's all connected. So as I told y'all before, I grew up in a very small town in South Carolina. It's called Great Falls, and its population was always around 2,000 people. And this story goes back to the 80s, early to mid 80s. In school, well, the town was comprised of three mills, textile mills. They were J.P. Stevens. And in the 80s, I want to say around 1983, they all shut down and went over, their operations went overseas. And the town, a lot of people lost their jobs. Older people started dying. People who, they got up in the morning and were used to going to work, they didn't have anywhere to go anymore because they didn't have a job. And the town almost didn't recover from it. It took a long time. But anyway, around these three mills were three what they called villages or mill hills. And so in school, we would often identify ourselves by what mill hill we grew up on. Incidentally, I grew up on number 3, Mill Hill. And then in school, there were two kinds of people. There's the walkers who live in these Mill Hill villages, and there's the riders who would take the school bus to these neighborhoods and places outside the town limits, like Mitford and Pea Ridge. And so our middle school was right across the street from the graveyard, and I was a walker. Our middle school was right across the street from the graveyard, and so uh, when we were walking home, we would often cut through the graveyard as a shortcut, and that's where a lot of people would fight. Like if you had a conflict with somebody during the day, more than likely you would meet up with them in the graveyard across from the school, away from the teachers and the parents and all that, and you would just fight it out. So we would often cut through the graveyard on the way home. But our path also took us past number 3, Mill Hill, because number 3 was right there near the middle school. I think number 2 was over by the elementary school. Um, and so as we would walk home, uh, the truck drivers and the 18-wheelers, they would pass us, uh, and we would do that motion right there, and they would toot their horn at us. And so, as some of y'all know, I work in an office during the day. I work for a moving company. I meet a lot of truck drivers, and I found out today that these kids today don't know about that. They don't know about doing that little hand motion and getting the truck driver to, toot his horn for you. And that makes some of those little truck drivers sad. It's a tradition that's just going away because these kids today don't know about it. And, we really have to support our truck drivers. Um, they are the backbone of America in a lot of ways. They get things, people talk about the farmers and, everybody's important, but sometimes we just have to give attention to people who aren't getting the attention that they deserve. So, anyway, if you're walking along and you see a truck driver, go like that and let him toot his horn at you, and you just might make his day. So, anyway, no witchcraft today, no hoodoo, no magic, just the magic of small town living and big traditions. Until next time, as always, make good decisions, be good people, think good thoughts, do good things, and I'll see you again real soon.